I don't really appreciate how much of a game changer my weekend reset is until we're away for the weekend and it doesn't all happen. And here we have my first Halloween haul of 2024. Zara, by the way, have you Disney branded as Halloween?
I tried.
It's a good try. But the children just need to come to school dressed as evacuees next week. And we'll talk about that project idea thing, which I'm so excited to share with you. Hi guys, Ari here from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to the channel. How on earth are you? Feels like I haven't done one of these weekly, just homey kind of hang out with me for a few days kind of vlogs for a bit. So here we are, here we have it. How are you all? Let me know down in the comments how life is going. Children are back in school, routine is back. I'm about to go and do some cleaning. That's going to be for a full speed clean video, which is a separate video, but that's what I'm doing first thing. Want to kind of just do a power hour of changing beds and various things. So you can watch that video after you've seen this one if that's something you want to see. But later on, the children want to start thinking about Halloween costumes and getting out Halloween decorations, because in not very long we have got a trip, it's a press trip actually, to Alton Towers for their Scarefest. And I'm not sure if much of the stuff is going to fit. I don't think anything's going to fit William or Bella. They've grown so much. Might be able to fish some stuff out for Zara, but anyway, they just want to kind of have a look through the Halloween bits. I think we might do that a bit later on. It is the weekend, want to do kind of my weekend reset bits to make sure we're kind of good for the week coming up, because I find when I don't do that, the whole week just goes wrong. I don't really appreciate how much of a game changer my weekend reset is until we're away for the weekend and it doesn't all happen, and then it's like all week. Anyway, first cleaning, then all out.
Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air, and every day, every way, I feel I can't lose.
I'm exhausted. It's amazing actually, and I probably ended up saying this in the voiceover of the speed clean video that I haven't recorded yet, but I just did like a power hour and I didn't get nearly as much done as I was hoping to do, not because I didn't go fast enough or anything, just because I think sometimes we underestimate how long things take, and I start to get like, oh, I haven't got enough done and I need to stop and move on to other things. But equally I think perhaps we need to shift that mindset a little bit from, oh, I haven't done enough, to, well, I got an hour done, and let's just reward myself and be like, yay, pat on back for all the things I actually did get done. Anyway, I'm now going to turn on the computer and just do like an hour of walking and working. But first, I've got a couple of things I wanted to show you. So you know the stickers that you will have seen me talking about that I've used for years and years, like forever, for the children, and I have either their name and school year put on them, or their name and my phone number, or just Morgan Family, and then they're generic stickers. And we've always had these sort of same size of stickers, and if you saw my getting prepped for back to school video, they had some slightly bigger stickers. Well, I've had some more varieties of those, and they're so cute. Look at these. Will didn't want pretty stickers with pictures on them for some reason, but the girls did. Look at these. How adorable are those? So Zara's got those. The girls chose 2 of these each. Zara's got these princess ones, and also these, which are bunnies and, oh no, they're not bunnies. Yes, they are bunnies and fairies. And I love these because they can go on the care labels of clothes. I mean, you wouldn't put these bigger, pretty ones on the care labels of clothes, you'd put the smaller ones. But these would be really cute on like drinks bottles and things. And the girls have got them on their pencil cases this year. They are machine washable after 24 hours or dishwasher safe, so that's really cool. Will did choose these. Now these are the opposite to the big ones in that they're small. They're a much smaller size than the ones we normally get. So there's only space for one rope tag, so it's just got his name, but those are really good size for like pencils, really small things, but you could equally put those into the care labels of clothes, and there's a lot more on there, and I believe they're all the same price. The girls also had little name labels each, various colours, and Bella chose these, pinks and purples and flowers, super cute. and these, which are kind of like more flower power. Anyway, I just wanted to show you those because I thought they were stinking adorable. I have got a code. I get asked all the time, Ree, have you got a code for these? Or I need to buy more. I have got a code, which I'll put on screen, but I'll also put in the accompanying blog post. So I often get messages from people saying, where did you get this? Where did you get that? They saw in this video. If you check the description of the video, which is obviously hard to do if you go on a TV, isn't it? But if you're on your like any device that isn't a TV, if you go down the description of the video, it will say like links to everything mentioned. You click through and that takes you to my blog, and that will be all the stuff linked on there. One other thing I wanted to show you before I get on with some work. You might not have heard me talk about this so much on this channel, but if you've heard me over on my Disney channel talking about this, I got a Monzo card, which is like an online bank. And originally I got it when we were going to Disneyland Paris because they didn't have currency conversion fees. So if you were spending abroad, you didn't get that extra charge, you know, for taking money out abroad or making a transaction abroad. Or in fact, if you're buying things online, like there are certain things that you would buy online not in sterling, and then you'd get charged a little fee. Anyway, these guys don't do that. There are a few online banks that have the same type thing, but I've been using Monzo for a while and loved it. And you've heard me talking over on my Disney channel about how I put pots inside of Monzo, so you can just like save for different things like a trip or groceries or whatever. And I had one for each of the children so that when we were away I could put their money into that and then they could spend the money from that. Well, they've just released this under 16 thing and it's free, so the children have got these cards. You can upgrade and have paid accounts as an adult. I do have a paid business one because there's features on there that I really like, but my personal one's just the free one. And now the children have got accounts with, it's like not totally their own account, it's like within my account, but I can see and manage their spending, and also I can pay their pocket money. And I've been doing this pocket money thing for a little bit, and you might have heard when we've been in shops and things, they've been going, oh no, I'm not sure about that. That seems like I don't want to spend money on that, because we've been doing this giving them pocket money thing rather than just buying them things as and when, because that way they're saving their own money and then they're making decisions about what to spend it on. And it's just walking this line, isn't it? About teaching them to be sensible with money without teaching them to have a poor money mindset. So they want to have a good money mindset, but also be sensible with it. And it's walking that line. I'm hoping this is teaching them of just about making sensible choices and buying things that you really value. So just because something's cheaper doesn't necessarily mean it's better, and just something's going to be more expensive doesn't mean it's better. It's like, what value is it going to bring to your life? Is that something you want to invest your money in? So we've been talking to the children a lot about this. And since they've had their own money that they can manage, then that's made a massive difference. So I will put the link for these on screen and in that blog post as well. I am not affiliated with Monzo. They don't know I exist as such. I'm just a customer, but I have got a private, like a customer referral. So if you sign up for Monzo and just get a free card, when you first make a transaction, you get £5 and so do I. So if you want to give that a little go, that's really good. But even if you don't want to do it that way, you want to do it with actual cash, go old school. It's made a big difference doing pocket money with the children, especially when we have got a trip coming up and they want to save for that. And the other big difference is there are certain things that, you know, we have to kind of nag them to do every week. They've got to do their homework. We do making sure their rooms are tidy now. They're getting to an age where I'm trying to get them to take more responsibility for tidying their own rooms and getting their laundry and things sorted. So they check they've got everything ready for the week. So once they've got tidy rooms, check they've got all their uniform and stuff for the week and done their homework, then and only then do they get their pocket money on the weekends. And I've got to say, the level of nagging I've had to do is less through that incentive. And it's not like we're actually spending more money. We're just, rather than just buying them stuff when we go on trips, we're like, right, well, you save this money. We're kind of dripping it to them and then letting them make some choices. So can highly recommend that. Zara is 7, just some context. Bella's 9 and Will's 12, and it's working really great. So I kind of wish I'd started doing this younger. It is something we used to do with our eldest, but there is a 7.5-year gap. So I did it with him and not the others, and then I don't know, there was a split, gone full circle and gone back to it. But of all the things we've used, can recommend this, and obviously loving that it's free. It's amazing. All right, enough procrastinating. I now need to press the raise up function on my desk. which you do like this, look. Oh, I need to press it twice. There we go. Gonna raise up my desk, get out my walking pad, and just do an hour. Just do an hour, and that way I've exercised, I've moved my body a bit, got a little bit of work done. I would say everyone's happy, but it's just like covering a few bases. It is that time of year again where it's strictly every Saturday night. The children, well, at least the girls, are going to be dancing around like twits. I've had a shower and washed my hair. They're in gym jams and tutus because, you know, why not? It's really funny because when you were little, you loved Strictly.
Didn't like the talking.
You didn't like any talking. You could watch the dancing, we had to fast forward everything else. Then you did want, did you want the scores but not the talking, just the scores? And now you can't miss a second. Can't miss a single second of it. Who's your favourite? Who do you think is going to win?
I don't have a favourite. I've only seen
Not yet.
There was so many.
Yeah, so the one we're going to watch tonight is the first one where they all actually dance. So maybe you'll have a favourite by the end of that. We saw them all do a group dance last week, didn't we? And they did a lot of talking.
The best.
You just want the one with most sass, Joe? Or whichever wears a purple dress?
No, but one says Zara. One was called Zara last year.
Was it last year?
I had to vote for it. Like, I couldn't just be like, I don't want you. I need her. No, wait, I need her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so since no one has the same name as you this year, you're going to have to find a different criteria.
I'm going to have to choose.
Who do you think is going to win, Will? Have you got any early predictions?
If somebody's
No
name
early
If
predictions.
somebody's name is Morgan or Zara, I will call them.
Or wears purple.
The first person to wear purple, I'm gonna vote
Wins
for.
Zara's heart.
Yeah, I don't think they're voting this week. Are they voting this week?
No, but
No.
I'm gonna
First
choose
one.
as my
I think they all have like a freebie.
hair I'm gonna love.
We'll have to see who Bella thinks. Or maybe we'll check back after we've watched this first episode. You've actually seen some dancing.
I'm guessing one of them will be in purple. They've got to have to. I'm gonna be really mad.
You've probably seen another couple of Strictly episodes by the time you watch this vlog. So do let me know down in the comments who's your favourite, who do you want to win, and who do you actually think is going to win this year. So maybe I did not get around to getting all the Halloween stuff out to have a look at yesterday like I planned, but today's a new day. It is now all down from the attic. I just want to go through, see what we've got. I think we've got mostly enough stuff to decorate around the place. I've been so tempted to buy some more cute little autumnal, neutrally like little silver and white pumpkins and things, but I probably have plenty. And also the costumes for the children. We've got several Halloween themed events in October, and it seems a bit silly getting new stuff when we might already have things. A bit like when we do the back to school stock take, really. It's best to see what you've got first, and then you can just buy the missing bits rather than having to buy everything from scratch. We've got quite a lot of stuff here, guys. Shall we start with the costumey stuff? Because who has got things to wear? So I could wear that maybe. I'm not sure I've even worn that before. That's a maybe for me. Should we put piles of things that might be suitable for each of us?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have Mummy. Let's go in age order. Should we go Mummy, William, Bella, Zara? Does that fit anyone? That fit you?
That looks like it'll fit Zara.
That looks like it'll fit Bella.
No, I think that would fit you.
Maybe.
Zara, by the way, have you Disney branded as Halloween?
I tried.
It's a good try. It's a really good try. I've just
got
noticed that.
Orangey pinky leggings, so.
Okay.
Tried.
Would that maybe fit you? These are just possibilities. Maybe that one. Oh, I love my mummy. There you go.
Love mummy.
Okay. There's all sorts of. What are these?
Oh,
These funny decoration
door
things.
hangers.
Okay. So, if anyone wants these, I don't think we want these for
Nice.
downstairs. You don't want these?
We could put them on our bedroom doors.
Do you want that for your bedroom door? I don't know.
No.
The witch's costume, that was mine.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Oh, something I'm hoping we won't need. Halloween masks.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are the
I
days.
know. Yeah.
A lot of witches' hats. Zara, can you make a pile of witches' hats for me?
Oh my gosh.
Another thing we are going to do during October actually is we will be seeing Wicked. So I know you girls have got big, long black dresses you could wear to that. We need to see if we can find those.
Yeah, mine's upstairs.
More door hangers. Let's put all those together.
Mine's upstairs.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
pumpkin. Zara's hoping to dress as a pumpkin at some point this Halloween, but I think we're going to need a new dress for you.
My dress was too small, but I kept the headband so I can use this.
See, that's age 4.
Mine's 7 to 8.
Is that going to have to be passed
Okay,
on?
I'm
Then?
gonna wear this now because it will go with my outfit.
Okay.
There we go. How do I
I
look,
think we're
guys?
going to have to pass this on
How do I look?
to someone, you
I
know.
think that's a bit
But
small.
I've got one in my bedroom. So
Right,
it's
okay.
Okay, you can.
So you've got Bella's old one. Okay, so we'll have a pile over there for stuff that doesn't fit you anymore.
Guys, how do I look? Do I look good?
Very good. Oh, this is nice, look.
Yeah, that's a witch's. You could wear that
Could I get away
if
with
you
this?
want to.
I like that.
You like that? You have that one?
Bella could
coming
wear
out.
that and then I could be my pumpkin
know
and
if I
wear
have
this. Bella.
Okay, we need to keep going through this stuff and then open up the rest. Looks like you probably need quite a few new bits.
Yeah.
William, you probably do. Zara, you've got loads because you've got everything Bella's ever grown out of. So whether you'll need some new bits for Halloween or not, I'm not sure. But you two definitely do. I have got a lot of scrunchies and earrings and things in here, so we need to put those safely. Now I think we should go through some of these decoration-y bits. We've got like things like this. This was from the Cursed Altar Manor, which came with black ice cream, and it was a very spooky kind of dessert. But I think that would be quite good for like a Halloween table when we're having like a little Halloween get together. So we now need to section out things like the tablecloth and the head, which are more sort of tableware. I think if we have the little white pumpkins in here and in the office, as well as this kind of thing which lights up, and then perhaps you can have the brighter stuff in the playroom, the purples,
Yeah.
oranges, greens.
We
Is that
also
okay?
have those.
Well,
next
that
ones
let's put
with tableware.
yeah, so let's put all the tableware together. Get me a basket, look.
Oh, okay.
And we'll put anything tableware in there. And those can be put together. And then of course you've got Halloween Mickey and Minnie. They can go in the playroom. Okay, so we've got this stuff for the playroom. This stuff for the office, living room, dining room, kitchen, that kind of thing. I've got the Mickey head ready to be filled with treats. I have already picked up some bits last time I was in M&S food hall actually, so I'll show you those in a second. But for now I think I'm just going to wipe this surface and start putting some bits out so we can see what goes where. My first Halloween haul of 2024. So from M&S food hall we've got petrifying pumpkins, which I think are just chocolate balls, bursting blisters, yuck, chocolate with sour cream apple flavour. Wow, that sounds interesting. And then we've got fearsome fruity chews. These are all individually wrapped so they can go into the Mickey head. Jelly, brains, bones, hearts and skulls, freshly dug up and delicious, 10 bags of those. And then Percy pigs, so they can't go in the Mickey head because they're not individually wrapped, but I'm sure the children will enjoy those. Slight aside, but these arrived and I haven't shown you guys yet. It's a whole load more frames. So you know that I recently styled a load of shelves in the garden room, my office. There's one in the playroom. I'd like to do some in the lounge. Anyway, I was thinking I would print out some seasonal like Christmas pictures. Obviously, we're not doing Christmas yet, which is why I'm just showing you these and putting them away. but I need to order and print out some seasonal Christmas pictures. And then I thought we could get these out with the Christmas decorations. They could go on to the styled shelves, swapped out from the normal day-to-day ones. And then we could put them away with the Christmas decorations. So that's my plan, but for now I'm just going to hide these away inside a Calyx box somewhere until a little closer to Christmas and when I've had the actual prints printed. It was not at all the plan to decorate for Halloween today. Just gonna look at what we had, but the children managed to strong arm me into it. So we've now just got a few kind of muted things, a couple of bits in my office, a couple of bits in the lounge, the cutesy Mickey treat head in the kitchen, and some of the sort of more loud and Halloweeny things in the playroom, where they won't drive me so mad because they're in the playroom. I think if it was like full on orange and purple Halloween already in the lounge, I'd be like, I've had enough of it already. But you know, a few cutesy little autumnal white pumpkins, absolutely fine. Anyway, the children now want to have a movie afternoon because the weather's a bit grim. And while we were on the Disney cruise on the Dream in August, one of the songs was The Age of Not Believing, which comes from Bedknobs and Broomsticks, which our eldest used to love. He used to call it Bread Knobs and Broomsticks, but I don't think the little ones have seen it. So we're going to have some candied popcorn, just like we would if we were on Main Street, and snuggle up and have a little weekend rainy afternoon movie. Well, I can't quite believe the children hadn't seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks until now, but they seem to thoroughly enjoy it. I'm going to try and get an hour of work done now before dinner, but before I do that, I bought these, which are lights, because quite often if you see me do sit down videos, I'll put my camera here on my desk, and I just feel like I can add this light in for a bit more, but I feel like it needs some sort of light behind, and the children have got these LED lights in their bedroom. I thought maybe if I just put like a white strip light behind that sofa, maybe it'll give it a bit of oomph, you know. That plugs into, oh, grief, I don't know, that plugs into here somewhere. It's just like this strip thing. I've got the others on Alexa switches. Sorry if I just set yours off. I thought I'd just plug this in as a like a plug and play kind of thing. There is self-adhesive tape, but for now I'm just going to bung it behind the sofa, plug it in and see how it looks. Has got this very fancy remote actually. Oh my gosh, it's psychedelic. Okay, I'm not sure I want it quite so psychedelic and it needs to be pointing up, but you kind of get the idea. I think some of that's pointing at the floor because I've just thrown it. I need to peel and stick it properly. Has that made a blind bit of difference? Or have I just got a weird glow under the corner? Not sure if that's the design effect, to be honest. Might need a brighter light, perhaps. I don't know, it's just a bit blue. A bit more yellow. That's horrible too. Oh, I don't know. Pink? Is that better? I'm not sure about this at all. Not sure if maybe it just needs another light going over there shining on it. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is my weird background problems. I do normally have this on as well. Not sure. Not sure if that's done the trick. Anyway, the grate in the children's bedrooms. Not sure if it's quite bright enough for what I was going for here, if it's just giving it a weird blue kind of glow. Does it make any difference, or is it better off without it? Now it's time to plan for the week in my Organised Life and Gratitude Planner. So every week, or every weekend at least, I do this. I write out the family member names across the top, week commencing, and then I just like a summary, a brief summary of who's doing what when, like ballet, swimming, is here, is not here, you know, all the things, just anything that's like stand out, relevant, goes there. From this, I do the meal plan. So if we've got like, wow, I'm like literally crazy busy running back and forth, it's going to have to be like super easy tea that night. Night we've got a bit more time at home, can plan accordingly. Then I go through the ingredients that I've got in the cupboard that need using up. So maybe we've got like, I know we've got jacket potatoes need using up, so I put those on there. Anything that's about to go out of date, anything I've got too much of. And I make the meal plan between the ingredients I need to use and this what's going on. And then from there, the stuff that's missing, I put in my shopping list, and then I add that into my grocery shopping list. I actually have taken to booking my grocery slots 4 weeks in advance, and then I know exactly when they are, same time every week. It's easy. And then here, this is called an Eisenhower matrix. Apparently President Eisenhower made it up. So things that are important and urgent. So the not important one, also sometimes like a birthday card might go in there. It doesn't mean it's not important, it just means it's sort of not difficult, you know, like not perhaps it could be like taxing and not taxing, you could think of it as well when you're doing this. So like quick wins in here, whereas like chunkier projects might be important. I mean, it might be that something that's really not important, like fill in a form, but then arguably our form's important. Anyway, taxing and not taxing, urgent and not urgent. So something that is important, like I've got this really great idea of something to do for a video or new product or whatever. It might be important, but it's not urgent, so that goes down there. And then not important, not urgent down here. From there, I pick out 3 main things I'm going to focus on each day for the upcoming week. And by doing this, it's just such a gift to future me that the rest of the week I'm forever grateful for. Well guys, I'm having a bit of a moment today. Tech issues. I am working on my Disney Cruise vlog series, and my computer decided to shut down, restart while I was working on it, and it damaged and corrupted the library, and I've now spent the last few hours trying to fix it, and this is the second time it's happened since we got back from the cruise. I don't know why it keeps doing this, but each time it does it, I have to kind of retrieve it all from a backup and try and fix it all so I don't lose everything. It doesn't, I don't know, you can't just press restore backup. There must be a button I don't know about pressing. And this is, I think, the hardest thing about doing what I do for a living. And by that, I just mean being the only person in my business, and anyone else who's kind of works themselves will understand this. But when something goes wrong, you are also the technical department and the accounts department and all the departments, and you can't be amazing at everything. It can be really difficult to be good at all the things. So sometimes like I know how to use my editing software because I do that every day. I'm quite proficient at that. But then when something breaks, it's like I know how to drive my car, but I'm not so good if I've got to pop the bonnet and have a look underneath and fix the engine and stuff. And when computery tech stuff happens, although I'm quite tech savvy, that I need to get under the hood and fix, it makes me feel a bit sick, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with today, and have been all day and will be for some time by the looks of it. Send hugs and wine probably. Okay guys, it's the next day. I'm about to record my podcast, which is why you can see my little mic in the frame. Feeling a bit better than yesterday. I have managed to restore most of my backups. If you can see, my little computer is still whirring. If I just, can you hear this? I know it's a problem, especially since I'm about to film a podcast episode, but I almost don't want to turn it off because it's still importing all the stuff and I just want it to be put back right. Everything was backed up. It was just the footage kind of wasn't back in place, had to be relinked. Anyway, complicated stuff that I'm sure there's a simpler way of doing, but it's the kind of thing I don't do that often, so I'm not that proficient with. Anyway, yesterday, I wish I'd kind of just listened to my body. If I'd listened to my gut, my intuition, I wouldn't even have been working at the time that my computer crashed. My computer would have been off because everything my body was telling me, you just need to take an hour to sit on the sofa, maybe with a laptop doing something a bit more mindless. Then my computer wouldn't have been on, it wouldn't have crashed. And ultimately, taking that 1 hour off would have saved me a whole day of fixing broken things, an entire day. Now, hindsight's 2020 and I couldn't have seen that at the time, but maybe my gut, my intuition was trying to tell me this. Because the other thing is, the thing that I realised when I finally did stop and rest last night, I was like, right, I'm going to bed early. I was going to make some notes, do some journaling bits. I came up with this brilliant idea, which I'm going to film my podcast episode now because I've got to get this done while my head's kind of in gear, and I'll tell you all about it. But, oh my goodness, that's making that whirring noise. You hear that? I don't know how to make that stop without turning it off. And also I need to film my podcast, and also I need that to be quiet, but also I don't want to interrupt that in case it breaks. Anyway, I came up with this great idea, and maybe my body was trying to tell me to rest so that I can have great ideas. Because I think when we're doing, we can't necessarily see things that are right in front of us, things that are like, wow, that seems so obvious. Solutions, creative thinking. And this isn't necessarily even just a work-related thing. It's creative solutions to problems you have at home. Anything. I think that sometimes we think that rest is something that we do when we're not being productive, but actually what I need to realize is that rest can be productive because it helps my brain work and be more productive. Why do I not see this more and do this more? Anyway, I'm still not sure about these lights. They still look a bit blue. That's apparently white. Not sure about that at all. I'm going to try and make my computer be quiet, film this podcast episode, and I'll talk to you when I'm done, and we'll talk about that project idea thing, which I'm so excited to share with you. So it's not actually later on, well, it is later on, but it's so far later on, it's the next day, because the stuff I was waiting for to come didn't come till much later in the day. I had another day of kind of technology just pushing me to see how far it could push me. It's not broken me yet, touch wood, but fingers crossed we can hold it all together. The school also have decided to challenge me with announcing. I thought they were doing really well. They had they sent out a list at the beginning of the year with all the days, like the book day and red nose day, and they did this all in one concise list. I was like, right, okay, winning at life now. We know which outfits we've got to get for when. Didn't have to organise anything for ages. And then they sent a message late last night going, oh, by the way, we don't want anyone to spend loads of money or worry loads or anything, but the children just need to come to school dressed as evacuees next week. So it's in a couple of days' time. It's like, oh, yay, I'll just dig out all those evacuee clothes that the children have lying around. So they need a gas mask box. They suggest we go to the post office and buy one, like a plain box, and then string to attach and make. And I'm so not crafty. That's so out of my wheelhouse. So after having a slight panic and wondering what I can kind of cobble together, I have cheated and ordered one from Amazon. Okay, I have, because I've added up the time it would take me to do all of that. And I think this is kind of one of those things, like when you work for yourself, it's like, well, actually, I could spend all that time trying to make a gas mask box and perhaps stressing myself right out, or I could just order that from Amazon and spend that time I would have spent doing that working and actually be less stressed, and then still have the same amount of time left over to spend with my children. So I've gone for that option, which it was like under 15 quid. For the sake of my mental health, small price to pay. Anyway, other things that I ordered from Amazon yesterday. Some dividers, okay? Bear with me, okay, this is going somewhere. And a folder, okay? I know what you're thinking. Doesn't sound that exciting yet, Ree, but bear with me, okay? So, I've got Planner Store, okay, which originally I was very much into digital planning. So originally all of my planners were digital, and I was just creating them as like PDFs and writing on my iPad. And obviously you could print them out, but people were like, we want printed planners. And I will acknowledge the value, especially now understanding my ADHD brain, as much as I'm very much a tech girly, and I love the fact I've got, my phone, this thing's my computer, I love all that. And I understand the value of digital calendars and things, especially for long-term planning. You know, I'm not going to write in here the dentist for next June. It's just not going to happen. However, the value of writing things down, and when I do my weekend reset, excuse me, 'tis the season of sore throats and things, I'm starting to sound a bit weird. When I do my weekend reset and I translate things from my calendar into my planner, it might seem like that's a waste of time, but it's like it helps me process what I need to do. Am I making any sense? So although originally I was like, I don't need paper, I'm all digital girly. You lot said you needed paper planners. I listened and then you converted me, okay? However, I also acknowledge that ordering the paper planners, you know, there's the cost in the printing and the posting and stuff, and digital things that I can produce, because I want to produce a lot more printables and things that help people out. I want to focus a lot more, not just bringing content, but bringing actual resources that you can use. And if you are in my Patreon, starting, let me see, when are you even seeing this video? I don't know when this video is going out, but if you are in my Patreon and it's still September, is this, remember, when's this video going out? I mean, it's almost the end of September now, so you're probably seeing this in October. Oh my goodness. I have to look at my schedule to see when it is in your time compared to when it is in my time. So if you're seeing this, it's October, or potentially later, obviously depending when you're watching it. But if you're watching this kind of on release date, it's in October. So in September, I launched my newly restructured Patreon, and there's a full video that explains exactly what goes on in there. But basically, if you're in the part of the family tier or above, you'll now be getting new printable digital products each month. And last month it was the Organised Life Planner, which is this version but without the gratitude. And if you're in the Disney tier, you got the Magical Trip Planner. Excuse me, I have so much rambling. And if you're in the both tier, the part of the family both, then you got both. Those hopefully you downloaded in time by the end of the month, unless you're in the VIP tier, which doesn't count because they don't expire. So anything I add in there, you just get like as like a vault. Anyway, this month is October. I released in there will be my Organised Mini Break Planner, which I have a paper copy of, which I've left downstairs. That was not good planning, was it? I'm only up here because my computer's making so much noise exporting stuff. So that's physically downstairs, but I'll put that on the screen now. I'm hoping the printed copies of those will arrive very soon, so I can show you those too. But the digital copy of that will be available for all of my Patreon members in part of the family tier or above in the day-to-day tiers. Sorry, if you're new to Patreon, you just click on the link on screen, it'll explain it all. But basically, you'll get that as a printable. If you're in the Disney tier in October, I think it's the Magical Cruise Planner that's in there. So, what's all this got to do with the foldery? Well, what I want to do is start putting together, and this sort of came to me, like an ultimate mum folder. Now, folder doesn't seem to do it. Originally, I wanted to kind of call it Organised Mum, but I also realised that not all of you are mums, and a lot of my planners are called Organised Life this, Organised Life that. So I thought we'll refer to it as Organised Life. Originally, I thought folder, but folder just sounds a bit like a folder, you know, just not exciting enough. So it either has to be the Organised Life super folder or mega folder or something. But is it too American to call it a binder? I don't know, like the Organised Life binder, because binder to me sounds like more of an American word. I guess it is. It's a ring binder, isn't it? Let's face it, it's a ring binder. I guess it is a binder. I just associate that with being more American. I think most of you guys, like me, live in the UK. But I like the term binder because I feel like the organisation binding my life together. I like that term, so I might stick with that. Hopefully, if you're in my Patreon, you've already given me some advice on this, because possibly by the time that you see this, this is already kind of released. I don't know. You know, I can always change it because it's digital. That's the beauty of it. Anyway, what am I getting to? Basically, the Organised Life binder stuff will be like a starter pack you can get. And I've got a couple of covers I've done. Look, I've done this cover. I could make different covers available actually to put on yours, couldn't I? I could do like bluey ones, grey ones, whatever. And then basically the idea is you get the printables, you'd use your own folder, either one you've got in the house, or you could order this one or whatever. But I like this, that it has this slotty bit in the front. How cute is that? So cute. And in this, we're going to put all the printables. So there's already digital versions of all my planners that you can get, but we're going to build these together. You and me, you and me. I've already got loads of printables that are available totally for free when you join my email club, which is you put your email in, I send you the Ultimate Mum Bundle, it's stuffed full of printables you will have heard me talking about. But what I'm going to be doing is bringing out like new planners, digital planners and packs and things. So I've got so many that I want to do. Like my list of the ones I want to do is massive and I'm so excited to do them all. I'm going to be putting together journaling packs, cleaning packs, just everything to organize every single aspect of our lives. I'm going to be designing these for me to use as much as for you. I want to put the things in here that hold my whole life together. And while yes, I'm never gonna like not use my phone for my calendar or whatever, like my big overarching, you know, organize the family calendar. Week on week, there's so much value in decoding that onto paper and being able to see things at a glance. So I'm going to be using this for everything. I'm going to be revamping my content planning. So for those of you that do kind of something like what I do, I'm going to be making those available. And I'm so excited to get on with this as a project. There's going to be new ones every month in Patreon. There's going to be new things added. We're going to be doing so much more organisation and planning videos. I can't not wait. And you can actually get these. They'll be available to buy. They'll be available if you're in my Patreon. Or you can just get a pen and paper and follow along with your own binder. You don't need to buy any of the stuff that I am giving you. You don't even need the actual printables that are free if you really don't want it. But I mean, I would totally get the free ones because it's sort of mad not to. But if you want to just follow along with the videos and put together your own binder, I'd love it if we could do this together. I would love it if we could do this together. So the Organised Life binder, I think I've hole punched some of these initial planning pages to go in just to kind of have a feel for it. So I've got like bigger versions. This also is really good for people who have perhaps bigger handwriting, troubles with their vision. So while my little planner, obviously, it's great because I can chuck it in my bag. Half the size of this, isn't it? And you can print the pages you need. You don't need to print the pages you don't need. And you've just got more places to kind of scribble your thought. I'm going to be putting meal planning packs together, just extending and expanding upon what we've already got. And it's more than I could ever put in the printed ones because I don't want to waste pages in the printed ones. If we put in pages that you are not necessarily going to need, it's a waste because it'll bump up the cost of printing the physical book. If you've got the digital pages, it doesn't matter if you skip a day because you can just come back to it because they're printed. If there's certain pages you're just like, I'm never going to use that page, don't print that page, you know? I hope that this will make everything kind of more tailored to what you are going to actually need it for. And then we've got like the most important tasks for each week. I've got the meal plan again. There we go. I was just printing some pages to see if they'd work. I double printed those. Anyway, those are just like some example pages. This is not the whole thing. This is very early days on the stuff. But basically, just to kind of show you the rough idea of how it's going to start to look. And then I'm going to use these dividers. I like these because they came with like little label-y things. So this particular set came with like the tabs, but also the labels to write on and stick on the tabs. So I thought I can put these, let's put these in, shall we? Oh, I like these because each divider is like clear like that. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, those are cool. Okay, and then we've got these stickers that when we've divided up our sections, we can stick them on so we can easily find each tab, you know. I'm excited for this, guys. I am excited. So this is just very early days in this little project I'm putting together, but ultimately I just want to put together more things that will help me get organised and that will also help you get organised, and we can make our lives run a little bit smoother together. That is the plan. That is definitely the plan. So over the next few days, I am going to be working on this. Hopefully by the next vlog, this idea will be a little more formulated. I'll have a little more structure to show you. But equally, by the time you watch this, it should already be live in my Patreon and my planner store, I'm hoping. So please do check all of that out. So I've ordered that evacuee costume for Zara. I have ordered the Halloween bits that the girls needed, and I'll have to show you that in the next video. So in the next vlog, I'll show you all of that. I'll show you all of this. My birthday is coming up. So that'll be in the next vlog, and also packing for another little trip. A mini break to Alton Towers for their Scarefest. So all of that will be in the next one, which will be on screen now. Click over there and I shall see you guys in that one, or check out my Patreon for, you know, all of this. See you guys soon. Bye.